Okay, so if I wanted a banner, I would click show. Or and if I want to share, I share screen. Share screen. Go to Chrome tab. Choose one. Share it. Did I just share it? I think I did. Okay, but the banner is over it, so hide the banner. Okay. Can I make it in here? I think I'm sharing a screen. For Jane East Point Doe. I don't care. I'm in the middle of learning StreamYard, so I don't care what other people are doing. But thank you. All right, but if a person, let's see, so if I do that, okay, that makes, okay. So that gives me, okay. So I want, okay, now how do I go? Okay, stop sharing. Okay. Go to the next one. Oh, let's see. Share screen. Share screen. Chrome tab. Share. Okay, I think I know how to share. Okay. But if I want, okay, that fills the entire screen. What does this do? Okay, color, minimal. Okay. Oh, how do I get out of that? Let's see. Okay. All right. I think that with the help of my friend Sleuth Mom, I do believe I've learned a few things, and the main thing I wanted to learn was how to share a screen. And to make sure my camera was turned on. Okay, so I would stop sharing. Oh, while I've got it up there, I guess I could go ahead and talk about it. Well, I'm learning StreamYard. Had a really nice cup of coffee after supper. We had pork tenderloin and leftover baked beans, tater tots, and I knew that Chris McDonough was going to be coming on the interview room, and there was some other stuff I wanted to watch. So I had a nice cup of coffee. Did some background research, made a video for Missing East Point Jane Doe 2022, and pulled up the map, Google map of at least the little area. There's no address given. It just says abandoned house on, of all things, Ben Hill Road. I know, right? In East Point, Georgia. And hey, Tiffany. I'm learning. I'm trying to learn StreamYard. I think I just figured out how to share a screen. But this Jane Doe is the first Jane Doe that I've ever gotten involved in. So it's like really different. Let's see if I'm remembering how to pull up. Let's see, I would stop sharing Summer. We all know Summer. Okay, that takes her down. And then I would go to share screen, Chrome tab, Jane East Point, share. Okay, and okay, I wanted to do it several times to see if I was actually doing it, and It looks like maybe I am. Because once I got to looking at this, it really, just the idea that there's a 13 to 17-year-old, as best as they can estimate, missing, and it's like nobody knows she's missing. So I'm used to Post-it notes, so I've got a bunch. If you hear noises, it's the kitty. They're not used to me being up this time of night. Plus, it's, what is it? 2:26 a.m. here in Arkansas on 3/14/2022. And normally I'd be watching Ziggy right now, but I don't think she's on. And so, and if you are Ziggy, I'm so sorry. I'm going to make this short and come see you. But I'm used to Post-it notes. And Jane East Point Doe, 2022, was found February 12th of 2022. And she's unidentified, obviously. Found outside an abandoned house on Ben Hill Road in East Point, Georgia. Obviously female, brown hair, brown eyes. Estimated height, 5 feet 2 inches. Estimated weight, 102 pounds. Biracial. The report says possibly Caucasian and African American, or African American possibly with Hispanic ancestry. I wish I knew how to make it bigger. It may not be possible to make it bigger. But of course, I would ask you to go to the site we're looking at, which is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. They say this baby, they estimated age between 13 and 17. She was wearing the only clothing they showed, and I don't know how much to question on a Jane Doe, but the only actual article of clothing that is shown in the extra photographs is like a little orange pullover, like a midriff top with spaghetti straps and white piping. I don't know if that means that that's the only clothing, or if it's the only piece of clothing that, surely if she had more clothes or shoes on, I don't know. I think maybe I need to call Detective James Crisp with the East Point, Georgia Police Department. He's in charge of the case. And see, was there more clothing? Was she wearing shoes? Because the report says no jewelry was removed. Well, how do you know? Tiffany, When I'm addressing an issue, I'm addressing the issue, and I don't have time for your petty crap. I'm going to block you if you don't chill. I'm trying to learn how to use StreamYard, share a screen, and I am talking about a dead 13 to 17-year-old child. And if you don't care about that, then please exit my stream and go start your own little princess. Thank you. Now, they said no jewelry was removed. How do they know no jewelry was removed? I don't know that either. But the jewelry she was wearing, and if I can ever figure out how to make it bigger, but if you go to National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.org, and what I actually put in the Google bar was that plus Jane Eastpoint Doe 2022. And as I said in my earlier pre-recorded for her, this was brought to my attention by Crime and Justice. We often see Crime and Justice co-hosting with Doug on Umno Thanks Investigates. That's how I got to know who she is. And I highly recommend her channel. Sleuth Mom has also done a piece on Jane Eastpoint Doe. So that's how I became aware of her. And we we did decide that in our growing community of serious channels dedicated to helping find the missing, identify now those who have been found, but maybe nobody knows they're missing or cares enough to report them. I don't know in this baby's case. But the feeling that a person gets with this kind of thing is way different than a missing child. But in our little community of independent channels, we pull together and we network and try to build on one another's information, share it, in order to actually achieve our mission statements. Help find the missing without interfering with or interrupting an ongoing investigation. I guess with this baby, we can talk about every detail we can find, because the investigation is to find out, who are you, Jane Eastpoint Doe 2022. That little ankle bracelet she's wearing with green beads and the little cubed beads that kind of look like dice. White with black letters. Each individual letter, WIXKED. Now, on my community tab, Sleuth Mom must have done some research. Well, I say must. It's what she does. She commented that perhaps this is a female rapper. I'm not, I mean, I'm an old lady. Y'all know. I'm 70 years old. So, although I have, well, over 6 decades as a professional entertainer, as a vocalist in the music field, obviously, this is not a genre of music I'm familiar with, nor the generation gap would. So I don't know. I don't know. So that made me think, if that's true, could there have been a concert? And maybe, or she's a fan of this rapper. Wish we knew more. She was also wearing a necklace. Looked like it laid about right here. I hope y'all can see here because I can't. Okay, right about here. Gold in color. Don't know if it's actually gold, but it's yellow in color, golden. And it says 2005. And there's a little pendant hanging off of one of the aughts. I'm sorry, the furnace is kicking on. With a little, like a little white stone in it. So at least I've learned that I think that I can share a screen. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing her, and it brings me back to me. And the lagging isn't too awful bad. I still need to paint the door, but it's not bad. Jean's Journey. Thanks for the webcam. You rock, girl. Now, like I usually do, I'm going to look at chat towards the end because that's how I do my lives. I usually at the beginning, like, hi, everybody, and try to greet each one coming in individually. But I honestly, at 2:00 in the morning, my time, I didn't really expect anybody to be out there. I thought maybe some Aussie friends would show up or something, but I honestly figured I had hit my number of notifications because I think I did like 3 uploads, but I don't know how the YouTube clock runs, if it's midnight to midnight or whatever. So I didn't know. Hi, Albie Frank. How are you, darling? It's so good to see you. I was going to see if I could show your... It worked. Okay, what I'm doing now, y'all, is I'm practicing how to show your comments on the screen. Heather Elliott. Did I miss most of the live stream, hon? Hey, Aussie here. Good day, mate. Sweetheart, let's see. According to the little ticker timer here, I've been on 24 minutes and 59 seconds. When you're a newbie to StreamYard and a webcam like me, it feels like forever. So, and all you've missed is me trying to learn StreamYard. I learned how to put the little ticker streamer thing across the bottom telling you I'm learning StreamYard. And I learned how to share. Let's see. Woohoo, Elizabeth Rankin. Rebel Rouser, you did good, girl. Thank you for being nice enough to sit through an old lady in the Ozark Hills trying to learn how to do something. I have to, hi, Cheryl McAfee. Knock, knock, morning, lip like a chat. It is morning for me, darling. It is 2:41 a.m. This time yesterday, it was 1:41 a.m., and I would be watching Ziggy. But I thought middle of the night for me might be best time to, try. So I'll be frank is saying yay. And I'm not really here to address anything that I haven't already. And it's 6:41 p.m. in Melbourne. I have friends in Sydney, Heather. I think I've said that before. Elizabeth, you're very sweet. You can see what I did. I grabbed a clip and put it up. I threw on some lipstick and no other makeup. And of course, the lighting shows exactly what I thought. You should see how I look if I turn the one on that's on the camera. Talk about crepe face. Okay, so I'm going to I know, searching for truth. I know, but a girl's got to learn sometime. And I figured I would be less nervous in the middle of the night. So Elizabeth Elliott is saying, it's beautiful, Elizabeth. Oh, you're on dialysis. Honey, you probably would rather I had not put that up. I'm sorry, I didn't read the whole thing. I don't know much about dialysis. My brother-in-law had to have dialysis. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Okay, let me see what happened. I need to scroll back up. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm learning how to scroll back up through your comments. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. I'm just learning. Okay, so banners. I can change banners, but I don't want to try to do that to you guys right now. Yeah, I know, Rebel Rouser. I don't care. Hi, Rita. If you're still even here, because I'm seeing, okay, so the time of your comment shows up for me here, so I can compare it to the time on my PC monitor. And so I know that how long ago you left the comment. That's really cool, because that would let me know, well, maybe you're not still here. And let's see. And let's do this. Oh, Frank. Yeah, I know, sweetie. I know. Darlings, there's some comments I'm not going to put up. I don't want to taint speaking about a dead young girl down in Georgia. I don't want to taint addressing that. Y'all get it. I know you do. 12-step woman. Hi, honey. Oh, 12-step. You didn't have to get up, sweetheart. I didn't expect anybody to be here. I learned you need to go back to bed and get your rest. I didn't. Sweet, beautiful sunflower, honey. Did you send me instant message, or did you like send me a friend request on Facebook? Because I see in comments and stuff, and 12-step woman, it's all good, sweetheart. As Chris McDonough says, this ain't my first rodeo. Okay. But so 12-step woman, don't feel like you have to. So beautiful sunflower. I've seen your comments that you've messaged me. And when I go to look, I'm like, I don't see beautiful sunflower. So I'm going to keep looking. I'm not ignoring you. Hi, Maggie May. Well, I wasn't making fun. I was asking questions. And it's very clear, Maggie May, here on my channel, my feelings in that regard. So there's really absolutely no need actually to even bring it up, because everybody who are my regular viewers, everyone I should say who are my regular viewers, and we don't do drama in my chat, mods or not. So what I ask my chatters to do when there are no mods here is to, if they wish, to use their personal blocking menu. Because we're all grown-ups here. Big kid pants, no sippy cups, and no whining. We're also totally unmonetized. No Cash Apps, no PayPals, no Venmos. And the only commercials you'll see are the ones that YouTube put up before and after. Because I'm a serious channel dealing with missing children. I don't have time. Because for the last 7 hours, I've been sitting at my computer doing research on 3 missing children. Everything from the Google Maps where they reportedly went missing to all descriptions I can find from credible sources, not other YouTube creators. And everyone is welcome on this channel, as long as they're not sitting in a high chair or at the middle school cafeteria table, or narcopathic attention-seeking princesses. Because I am an empress. And what that means is I wield a scepter. It's called wisdom, patience, and observation. With a true career history in what's known as investigative journalism, with real credentials. What are you saying to it? Heather Elliott, I don't mind 3 times per week on a kidney machine for 5 hours a session, darling. Heather. Hi, Tortitude. Is it morning for you too? I know we'll learn together 12-step woman, but I didn't want to bother the mods in the middle of the night because I think the only mod we have that's not stateside, I'm pretty sure we only have one mod that's not stateside. I wasn't going to bother you guys. I figured, I can handle it myself. And like I was saying, maybe the other the viewers can tap them out, on their own. All right. I was just saying, how much more? Okay. Well, darlings, that's like 36 minutes. I've learned a lot about how to navigate StreamYard. Tomorrow, well, actually, I guess it'll be today now, but later in the day. I'm just scrolling down your comments while I'm jacking my jaws. 12-step one. Hi, Leanne Ferguson. What am I trying? There we go. That's what I was trying to show. Anyway, I didn't want to wake any mods up or bother them in their private time or whatever. So, but yes, honey, we are learning together, and together we will get there. We will get there. Downtown Trina. Okay, sweethearts. I hope that I have said hi to Loyal to a Fault. I'm not qualified to give advice. I don't know what it would be about. That you need advice, but I'm looking here to find, is that you? Loyal to a Fault. I'm an old woman. I can give advice on music as a retired professional entertainer. I can talk about and give advice regarding journalism. I can talk about hosting, producing, directing, storyboarding, but nothing new. Everything that, back when I was, honey. So I'm not a counselor. I have no degrees in advice giving. So what I'm going to do is scroll down, and I guess I have to say that. What if you know someone that has come out with info that is not credible? Well, first of all, I would assume that one has substantiated whether or not the info is credible, since you're basing your question on it not being credible. And here's what I think about any info if we're talking about missing children. If any of us think for one moment that law enforcement and any and all other involved law enforcement agencies, whether they be in the Summer Moon Utah Wells case, TBI and FBI card out of Boston, and the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, or whether it be Jane East Point Doe 2022, East Point, Georgia, and Detective James Crisp at their police department. Any others perhaps involved there? I haven't delve deep enough to see what other law enforcement might be involved in that case. But if it were, I'm going to get to my point here. Here in Arkansas, I'm in Heber Springs, Arkansas, by the way, on Greers Ferry Lake. Foothills, nestled right up in the foothills of the Arkansas Ozarks, where my people settled. I lived all kinds of other places and came back to this area. But anyway, here in Arkansas, in the last, I could reach over there and pull out the newspaper articles, but I'm not going to keep you darlings that long because we're coming up on 41 minutes now. Yes, I will. Because I am getting to my point regarding non-credible info. But what I want to pull out of man gets, I have to figure out which man gets 50 years for child abuse, Springdale. What does that say? Homeland Security investigates. Who else was involved in this case? Oh, by the way, this is a lowlife piece of scum that you probably wouldn't even want to soil a stick scraping off the bottom of your shoe. This dude's name was Matthew Ray Lawson, 34, and 3 counts of possession of child pornography, 4 counts of aggravated 12-step woman, baby. If you would please throw up trigger warning, please. Just some flags or something that goes ding, ding, ding. 4 counts of aggravated sexual abuse in Indian country, 1 count of lewd acts with a child in Indian country, and 1 count of production of child pornography. But who was involved in his case? And baby, I'm still on your question, loyal to a fault. Forensic examination by Homeland Security. The Springfield, Arkansas Police Department. I'm scanning here. U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Arkansas. Eastern District of Oklahoma. The Western District of Arkansas, if I misspoke there. FBI. That's one. By the way, that's Arkansas Democrat Gazette, Sunday, January 23rd, 2022. Less than 2 months ago. We're going to get to credible information and what I would do. Child porn plea of guilty entered in federal court. These will all be, by the way, from the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, because my hubby still gets the Sunday paper and spends the morning in his brown leather easy chair with fresh brewed coffee, perusing the paper with a biscuit and sausage. This is by Dale Ellis, by the way. It's hard to speak correctly sometimes with the dental work going on. What's this dude's name? That once again, I wouldn't soil a stick by scraping off the bottom of my shoe. Oh, his name is William Austin Palmer. Conway County, that's Arkansas. Assistant U.S. District Attorney Ann Gardner. Van Buren County, U.S. Marshal Service. And what did it say? Let me get it up here under the light. Oh, Matthew Foster, Special Agent with the Arkansas State Police. Oh, let's see. We had a mega link. It contained 66 videos and a file named, quote, young girls, unquote, that held several videos of underage females. Trigger warning. Engaged in various forms of sexual activity, including intercourse and oral sex. But who all was involved there? Arkansas State Police, Assistant U.S. Attorney, Conway County. I'm looking to see, U.S. Marshals. Okay. I'm sure they all received credible information. While we're here, we're not quite at an hour. Let's see what else we got. It's all Arkansas, by the way. Oh, the date on the last one. November 14th, 2021. My state got it going on when it comes to taking these people down. We'll never stop it all, folks. But we can sure put a dent in it if we're serious and we try. It's all we can do is try. All right, here. What we got? Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Sunday, November 7th, 2021. Siloam Springs man among arrestees in child porn case. By Tom Sissom. I'm not going to go through all the charges because what we're talking about are people like the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Oklahoma. We're talking about the FBI and task force partners who rescued child victims in Oklahoma, Texas, Florida, Arkansas, Missouri, and, scratch your head, Norway. Online chat group. Members of the Northwest Arkansas component of the FBI's River Valley Child Exploitation and Human Trafficking Task Force. By the way, Bickerstaff, this dude, James Bickerstaff of Siloam Springs, so I'm sure the Siloam Springs City Police Department was involved. Benton County Circuit Court. Bickerstaff was an RSO. The Children's Advocacy Center of Benton County, Arkansas was also involved in helping those who were rescued based on credible information. Last one, because we're at 51 minutes and I am getting sleepy. Child porn plea results in 73-month prison term. I had a car loan once that took longer than that, I think. I'd like to see child porn plea results in life in prison term. That's what I'd like to see. Furnace is kicking on again, so I'll lean in. I don't know how loud it is for you guys. Dale Ellis again. This time we got Terry Lee Good. Jacksonville. Woo! That's just a piece down the road from me, y'all. He pled guilty. U.S. District Court, U.S. Probation Office, U.S. Attorney. All right, darling, I think you get the point I'm trying to make regarding what if you know someone that has come out with info that is not credible. It's not up to us to decide what's credible and what is not. It's up to law enforcement to decide what is credible and what is not. Now, over here on Lip Lock No More, I do my best to keep my rants and ugliness to pre-recorded uploads. Keep them off the lives, because the lives are either about chill chat with my peeps or it's about one of these children. So I try to keep them separate and hold pretty tight rein. I don't. You know, if you're ever here at a regular time, once I get this thing mastered, you'll see how they regularly flow. Because, you know, obviously I'm seeing, hi, Z, V713, long time no see. But loyal to a fault, honey, I hope. Sweetheart, and please, look, that's how I talk, y'all. If it is offensive to you that I call people sweetheart, darling, baby doll, you're on the wrong channel. I talk the way I talk, I speak the way I speak, and I say what I say. I understand if you find it offensive or if it makes you uncomfortable or you're not interested. No hard feelings. All you got to do is go over to another channel that's more to your liking. But if you are new here and I'm not seeing really, other than loyal to a fault, honey, I'm not familiar with your name, but you usually watch quietly. Okay. If somebody, I can tell you what I would do. I am not telling you what to do. If somebody came to me with information on some case, the first thing I would say is, have you given this information to law enforcement? If they said no, I would say, then shut your fucking mouth and go talk to law enforcement, because what you're about to say is none of my business. I'm a YouTube creator. Okay. If I weren't a YouTube creator and I were just a private citizen, again, not a public figure, which my attorney tells me I now am, like I didn't know that. I've been one most of my life. Duh. But anyway, if I were just me before YouTube and my neighbor came to me and said, blah, 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 and blah, 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 I would say, did you call the cops? And if they said no, then I would say, then shut your fucking mouth and don't talk to me. Call the cops. It's none of my business. What do you want me to do? When my confidential sources come to me as a retired investigative journalist, my ethics still apply. So if you come to me with information regarding a case that's active, I'm going to say, have you contacted law enforcement? If your answer is no, then I'm going to say, so are you wanting to speak to me on the record or off the record? If they say on the record, then it is my duty, ethically, to inform them that if you are going to speak to me on the record, you need to understand that anything and everything you say becomes my property to repeat to others. As a media person, if they say, well, I want to tell you about it as your confidential source. No, I haven't talked to police. I'm not comfortable talking to them, but I'm comfortable talking to you. But it's got to be off the record. Then I have the ethical choice to make, or unethical. And I say, okay, because here's how I handle that. I'm willing to let you speak to me off the record. By the way, if you don't know what off the record means, once those words come out of your mouth, if you don't abide by them, I have absolutely no respect for you whatsoever. I don't care who you are. If you are not worth your word, you are worth less. It's all you have in the end. You are born with it and you die with it. You are born with nothing and you will die with nothing other than your honor and your reputation. So, if that person says, I want to talk to you off the record, but it involves some criminal activity, then I say to them, then don't tell me. If it's factual information, credible information, and you have information that will help law enforcement solve whatever word we want to use, bring to a close, take out of the investigative compartment and slide over into the prosecutorial department, into the judicial level, and hope that a case has been built and assessed either by a prosecuting attorney through affidavits or a grand jury. I'm not going to go down that. This is not and I'm not qualified to teach that anyway. I just know from a journalist's point of view. But anyway, my personal ethics would not allow me to let you tell me about criminal activity off the record and not report it to law enforcement, because I've been associated with law enforcement since before I was born. Yes, I said since before I was born. And I have the utmost respect for them. We got some bad apples. What group of people doesn't? But for the most part, and right here in my town, I can tell you for dang nab sure, they're there for the right reason, and they do their job, and they don't get enough money for it. But anyway, and if they want to tell me something off of the record, that's some information, and so that lives over yonder, you know, at blah, blah, blah. And they said so-and-so came in there. And then they said, and we got some hearsay and some street scuttlebutt going on. Then tell me off the record. And here's what happens. You shut your mouth. And I'll tell you another thing. I have never once in my life recorded a telephone call with a single individual, not even a nanosecond of one. You know why? I'm not talking about the law. I don't care if you are a one-party state, a two-party state, or a motherfucking orgy state. It's not about law. It's about ethics. A word which I've said on another, I don't know if it was a live or a pre-recorded, ethics. A word that I am finding since I have been on YouTube is not only unfamiliar, it's not known. I find very few people, at least in this little enclave of Neanderthal knuckle-dragging idiots, not you guys, not you viewers, who don't have the least idea of even the basics of how to conduct an interview from a journalist's point of view. I'm like, then what are you doing interviewing people? Am I getting on a soapbox? Yes, I am. For a minute. Ethics are something that, in my humble opinion, are almost non-existent. So, anything that I say about ethics and dignity and things of that nature, I'm preaching to a choir because y'all get it. My regular viewers completely get that. No explanation necessary. Those who need to hear it either don't want to hear it or they just don't care. Therefore, I'm wasting my breath and your time. When I say behave yourselves, because you know and I know you're not going to do it. So as always, I would just ask you then to behave yourselves and have fun. That's how I end my lives. And I'm still not seeing any names here that I haven't, I hope I have spoken. You know, we've got V713. Thank you for being here. I'll be Frank. Thank you for being here. Elizabeth Rankin, thank you for being here. Heather Elliott, thank you for being here. Sarah A., thank you for being here. I don't want to miss anybody, and I'm scared I will. Country Christian, how's one of Mama's girls in the middle of the night, baby? I bet you're working. Oh, Justice Seeker 9402, if you're still here, honey, I saw you earlier. Thank you for being here. Loyal to a Fault, thank you for being here. Honey, you almost always get a long-winded answer to a short question from this old woman. V713, we said, hey, okay, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, searching for truth by leaving them out. And this is a name that I haven't seen here before, but we'll put it up. Leanne Ferguson, thank you so much for being here. I keep looking to make sure it's displayed. The camera's up here and the chat's over here. It's like, bifocals, blind old lady. So, Kennard Knight Rider, hello. Surprised to see you here, but thank you. I mean, I didn't mean that probably the way it came out. Cheryl McAfee, thank you. Downtown Trina, thank you for any of you that have managed to hang out through my entire Susan Brewer, aka Lip Luck No More, learning StreamYard. And so before Tortitude, I almost missed you. I'm so sorry. Tortitude, I gotta put Tortitude up. And one more time, Justice Seeker 9402 and Heather Elliott and our beautiful mod 12-Step Woman. Thank you for coming over, darling. And Bloodhounder, I have seen you around. Thank you very much for putting up with the old lady learning here. And so, look, I usually sing my audience out, but let's not do that tonight. It's 3:23 a.m. My hubby has been asleep since 10 o'clock, and he has to get up in 2.5 hours and go to work. So I love you all. All. Do you hear me? I'm not speaking to the people in the chat right now. Well, I am. Y'all don't take that the wrong way, chat. I'm speaking to you all. I may not love or like your choices or actions. That's not a judgment call. That's a granny. You're all young to me. And you have time to blossom and grow into the very best version of yourself you can be before your time ends on this earth. And the day will come when you will either be dead or you will be old. And I hope that by the time you reach my age, that you understand what it means to say, I love you all, regardless. To love means to cling to. All right, then. See if I can figure out how to end a broadcast. Thank you all for putting up with this. I really appreciate it. We'll have a live talking about Michael Monkey Vaughn missing out of Fruitland, Idaho since July 27th of 2021. 5 years old, 3 feet 7 inches tall, 50 pounds. That was back last July. Endangered child, believed abducted by law enforcement. So now that I think I can share, that's going to be our live, probably sometime in the afternoon or early evening, since I'm probably going to sleep late. Thank you all for being here. This is Lip Lock No More. Thank you for listening. I love you.